All right, and it looks like I am live. I hope everybody can hear me. Um, yeah, I just yes, Tori, I know, and actually, I believe I am right on time because a wizard arrives precisely when he means to. Nothing but love for you, though, Tori. Guys, I just decided, I hadn't really spoken live on my channel by myself to you guys, and I just wanted to hang out a little bit. What's up, Shad? I kind of want to do this on a little bit more of a regular basis. Just start doing more in-person live stuff, so I can kind of just get to know you, connect, and you can kind of get to know me and know what's going on, and we can read books. You can ask me questions, get my hot takes, my unpopular opinions, things of said nature. But oh man, that is. I mean, I don't know what your time zone is, Shad, but it's 7 o'clock here, so I hope you're having a good work day. My good friend Layla, don't text and drive. Don't watch YouTube and drive. I'm distracting at times and I'm loud. And if I blink a lot, it's actually because these are not the glasses that I normally wear. These are my pair of glasses from 5 years ago. On Christmas morning, I kind of hopped up out of bed at 5 a.m. to take care of my son, and I stepped on my glasses. Somehow they made it on the floor. I stepped on them, and I snapped the part of the glasses that is right here. What most people don't know is glasses technology has come a long way, and I am of an age that I require bifocals. These are the pair of glasses that I wore prior to the bifocals, so my eyes are just hurting. What is up, my man? How you doing? This gentleman right here always shows up and comments on my videos with just these lovely little emojis, and it's always heartwarming to see. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I always wanted to try and pronounce your name, so I'm gonna give it a go right here live on camera. It's Mr. Rorsuri, and I feel like I've said it wrong. If I did, I'm so sorry. But thank you for all of your support. It means the world to me. How is everybody doing this evening? Please let me know in the comments. Tori, so I'm going to the eye doctor on the 5th. So luckily I hadn't made an eye doctor appointment in 3 years. Very much since pre-pandemic. And so I was due, and it just so happens that like a week before I'm going, I step and break my glasses. Um, so my eyes are hurting right now. I've got some videos coming out where I'm looking like this. And the funny thing I've noticed is if I can't see the timer on the camera, I talk a lot smoother because I don't feel like I need to meet a time requirement. I might try it, but I don't know what the video quality looks like at all in these videos. And so I've got one that I'm getting ready to edit, which is my Q4 top 10 in the next couple of days, and we'll see what that looks like. You can see that like I've got like bags under my eyes from constantly looking through these glasses while I work today. And yes, JCM, congratulations. I saw your tweet right before I hit go live. So congrats on getting your New York driver's license again. That sounds exciting. All right. Okay, Layla. All right, you and Nico are heading to the bookstore, so make sure to buy me something nice. Love you, my friend. For anybody who doesn't know, Layla is Nico's wife. All right, it's 25 degrees out today, so it's so much warmer. I haven't I'm so bad about this. I haven't been outside of my house in like the cold weather in what feels like bloody forever. Like it's quick like runs to the mailboxes or loading up the kids into the car to take them to the in-laws or like running to the grocery store, but I haven't actually spent time outside. I just stay inside my little hidey hole, crouched up into a ball, just trying to stay warm. Bareface Andrew. Yeah, I used to think that this was a good look right here. I used to almost like, oh yeah, I look great without glasses. I also realized that I could sell like advertising space on my forehead. It is absolutely ginormous. And I am quite self-conscious of the fact. It's just people in my family have big foreheads. And I didn't really realize it because I've had glasses since the 3rd grade. And so I'm used to having like a line here to break up the real estate, but I'm thinking of like, selling some ad space just right here on the old noggin. What's up, Chris? What's up, my man? Everybody should check out The Real Bookaholic because that is an up and coming channel. Like, he just came out swinging with high quality content. Love it. Yeah, man. Oh, what'd I do? It jumped. It jumped. Oh no, I got behind. There we go. Okay. I always panic when it comes to StreamYard comments. Yeah, Shad. Like I said, I got glasses in like 3rd grade. And it's been rough ever since. I remember not being able to see the chalkboard and just being like, ah. By the way, how's everybody doing this evening? What are you reading? I finished The Weird and the White Wolf by Elric, the 4th Elric book today by Michael Moorcock, which was in this bind up right here. I've enjoyed this bind up mostly. It's a very handsome copy. Also, for all my map people out there, I know there are some people who love some fantasy maps. Look at that. Look at that. That's the Elric map in the first bind up. I've got the second bind up on the way. The 4th book kind of soured me a little bit. I didn't really enjoy that. And for people who don't know about Elric, is it is short stories and novellas stitched together into these kind of like books. And so sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I just think that the 4th entry in that bind up just didn't work. I'm also 75% into, and you can find all this on my Goodreads. I update my Goodreads like 5 times a day, like a crazy person. 75% into Speaks to Elder, which is Mike Mullen becoming a druid number 2. I'm 80% into the arc for Tiago Abdallah's Ashes of Averin, Shade of Madness. And I am 50% into the 11th cycle, which is also an arc by Keon Ardelin. So let me know what you're reading. All right. And it jumped on me again. Oh, no. Apparently, my forehead isn't that big. Let's see. I'm assuming this is what you mean by the high 5 head. So, like, if my forehead comes up to here, then I've got a problem. Is that what you mean, Chris? Like, I need to stop hitting myself live on camera and just get rid of the cowlick, and we're going to calm down here. I look fine without glasses. Oh, thank you, Tori. Yeah, I mean, I would wear a beanie on a more regular basis, but I just get horrible hat head. That's why I usually have where is my baseball cap? I don't know. I usually have a baseball cap with an easy reach for when I've got like really bad bedhead. I don't have one of those today. Let's see. What's up, Colton? It's been a while. All right. You were one of the reasons I picked up Wistful Ascending by JC and Byrne, who was in the chat. And it was awesome. Already read book 2 and going to read book 3 soon. I have read all 3, and I agree they are some amazing books. I've got them right here, actually. This is kind of this shelf right here, which is kind of off screen, and this shelf right here are all designed to be my self pubs. I've only got 2.5-ish shelves that I can expand onto. And if you know, I've been leaning heavily into self-pub before. Like, self-pub is just going to start spreading throughout the bookshelves. But we've got Blood Reunion right here, Return of the Griffin, and Wistful Ascending. We got Space Bears, we got Giant Sharks, we got Vampires. Good stuff. Good stuff. Space Vampires! Hi-ha! All right, hold on. Don't fall over. My prides and joys! Oh, don't do that. All right. Yes, I know I have new comments. I'm trying to scroll and read said comments. StreamYard. Oh, I mean every word, Chris. I mean every word. Yeah, I mean, I grew up with glasses. It's funny because, like, when my in-laws have gotten to the age where they wear readers, and they're like, oh, we wear these to kind of read and stuff. And I was like, I literally take my glasses and I stick them on. It's the first thing I do every morning because without the glasses, I can't see. My vision stops, let's see, right there is about when I can see clearly. And then once I start moving out, oh, okay, it's fuzzy. So like I'm very, very nearsighted. Let's see. Currently reading Deathless Beast by Andrew D. Meredith. Where are you, you beautiful, beautiful boy? Ah, right behind the Starship Enterprise. There we go. Yep, Deathless Beast right there. Fantastic book. I will say this. Bone Shroud is 3 times better, Tori, so you're in for a good, solid treat. I think my mother-in-law just came over to my house, so I can hear my garage door going. So if I go mute for a second, that's what I'm doing. All right, going to try and finish Wuthering Heights. Now, if I remember, that's a reread for you, Evie, correct? Like, you've got multiple copies of Wuthering Heights, or am I thinking of a different book? I don't know. Wore contacts until 5 years ago, but it became too much effort. I've got this weird thing about touching my eyes. It's one of those. I'm like one of those tactile people who just can't do it. Like I don't like to touch my eyes, and it just the fact of putting my fingers in my eyes really weirds me out. All right, I'm getting behind, guys. I'm getting behind. I'm getting all excited. Let's see. At least you will still want. Yes, I'm assuming you're talking about Elric. Yeah, I've got it on the way. I'm excited to continue the story because the way it's written is he wrote the timeline all over the place, and so I think certain like the more modern stuff is really polished and really good. And I've also heard like he's got this whole multiverse and things of that nature. So there's probably some stuff that I'm just not picking up on, or he's got like a kind of Cosmere like thing going on, and like I just don't know the references and like all these other I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna keep on though. All right. Yes, you are my hero. Real Bookaholic is where it is at. All right. Let's read. That's right, Colton. I appreciate you. All right, we're getting a lot of love going on in the comments. I'm loving it. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought you had read Wuthering Heights, and I know Frankenstein's one of your favorites. Like you've got that whole beautiful bind up of like the original manuscript that's been like scanned in. You can hear my garage door just opened, but yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, Evie's on it. Evie's everywhere. You can't escape Evie. It's fantastic. My daughter is running over to greet my mother-in-law. It's always my mother-in-law is my daughter's favorite person in the world. Like whoa is what she goes by, which is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? A change to like Waipo, which is Mandarin for grandmother, and she just goes whoa, and like every time she sees her, she loves her. So that's what I'm currently hearing in the background. I don't know if it's making it through the camera, but check my Discord messages, Andrew. I'm working on it, my friend. All right, sure. Hop on, Evie. Be my guest. I'd love to have you on. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. All right, don't read the fifth head of Cerberus, or maybe do if you want your brain twisted like a metal brain teaser puzzle. I've got to be in the mood for something that twists my brain in knots. So, oh yeah, Meredith is super crushing it. There's actually some cool Easter eggs in some books that are coming up where like I took pictures and I sent it to both of the authors that involve Andrew D. Meredith. I loved it. Yeah, someone's very excited to see whoa. Yes. Tori, if you want on, you can hop on as well. I will shoot you an invite if you so want. And there is my good frenemy Evie.
Listen, I giveth and I can take it away. Okay.
I got nothing but love for you, Evie.
We're not frenemies, we're friends that argue and disagree sometimes about really important things.
Like the Rainwild Chronicles.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna shoot Tori an invite real quick.
Okay.
The more the merrier.
So I have like 30 pages left of Wuthering Heights. I had planned to finish it today even before this evening, and then I wound up taking a nap after work. So I was like, I guess that's not gonna happen. So And then I still have
I always
um,
plan to do well by taking naps, and it never happens for me.
you also have kids, so like and then I
It's
have like
funny. Every
60.
time I lay down to take a nap, I can bet within 5 minutes I'm getting body slammed.
You're getting what?
Body slammed.
Oh, body slammed. Okay.
Yeah, for some reason my
Hi, Nori.
fiber optic internet
Hey,
is
Evie.
being spotty.
I
How you
think this
doing, my
is.
friend?
I'm good. How are you? Other than blind.
Apparently. Oh God, my eyes are killing me. It's funny. I had to reach out to Keon Ardoin twice for my arc because the book is this thick, and I was like, buddy, like my eyes are aching. I was like, can you send me the Moby file that I can blow that up and like just read it without my glasses because I can hold it this far away on like grandpa size font is what I'm gonna call that. And then like I saw Dominish was tweeting out about the audiobook, and I was like, you know what doesn't require eyes? My ears. He sent me that as well. So I've
Nice.
got arcs all over the place for the 11th cycle. I need to get it finished.
I'm so excited to read it in
So
February.
it's a very strong book. It's when I don't want to say it is adult fantasy, but it's also mature fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like a chapter that is smut. I messaged him and I was like, buddy. And he was just like, I know.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So we've been going for about 17 minutes. Go ahead and do Brent. Let's go ahead and pull up the banners. I need to create a banner. And what do you want to do? 30-minute sprints?
Wait, why do you need to create a banner? We have reading sprint time banners.
Well, it's because I have the thing set to my oh hey, I see that. That's so cool.
Yeah, we could share
Never
that
mind.
stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know. Listen, like I said at the beginning, it's been a while since I've been kind of live and other than doing author interviews and stuff like that. Like I want to get better at stuff and interacting with people in the wild. So let's do till 50. Do we have a 50? Yes, we do have a 50. Whoosha! Let's do some reading. Go. Boo.
Somebody's happy to have grandma there.
Yeah. They're watching Colors in the other. So this is all like an open area around my bookcase.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a wall. They're sitting on couches and watching like YouTube's colors, shapes, cows, animals, what have you.
Nice.
It was funny. I looked up at one point, Tori, and just saw you pull out a tab and slap that on there. You're like, I'm marking that.
Yep. I've actually
seen anybody do that because I'm not a tabber.
You didn't see me do it, Andrew?
How are you liking it? I've never seen you do it, Evie. I've never looked up in time to catch you live tab something. Yeah, how are you liking Deathless Beasts?
It's kind of mind-blowing in terms of the just world-building detail that Andrew has achieved with this. Like, I'm kind of mind-blown by it in a good way. Like, it's so detailed, and he's thought through every little aspect of this world, and it's almost Tolkien-esque that way, where it's right off the page, and like, it's pretty amazing. I'm enjoying it a lot.
I always say he's a master storyteller.
100%. Yep.
Yeah. I sent a copy to Philip Chase.
Did you?
Because
I can see Philip really liking this. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he added it to his winter TBR.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Nice.
Because I sent it to him.
Yeah, I saw like the first third of the video. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, it's towards the very end. Sharon Dwyer in the house. Sharon! And then I saw we got my good friend
Sharon and Lana, I haven't talked to in forever.
I just it was funny. So earlier I was on another with Sharon. And we do like voice sprints in Discord. And she was like, I'm at Trader Joe's. I'm like, oh, well, while you're at Trader Joe's, let me read you this smut scene that like traumatized me. She's like, please don't do that. And I was just like, oh no, I'm doing it. She's like, don't do it. I was like, fine, I'll read the last paragraph. Spoil sport.
Note
great.
to self. Don't let Andrew talk to me while I'm in the grocery store.
I'm very hyperactive. Oh, we've got my good friend Stacy and Jake the Bookish Drummer.
Did I mishear you earlier? Were you saying that in Shade of Madness there's a smut sing?
No, 11th Cycle is I think what you're talking about, right, Andrew?
11th Cycle. Okay. There's a smut sing.
Yeah. No, not in Shade of Madness.
Okay.
Unless you put it in after I read it.
Yago, sir.
Right. I can't see that. I just can't.
I still need to read A Touch of Light. I'm just so bad at keeping
book
up
2, a lot like Bone Shroud, which is Meredith's second book. Bone Shroud is more action-packed. Same with Shade of Madness. They're both just leveling up the amount of action, because Meredith, you kind of sink into his narrative. Like at some point, like he'll be messaging me, he's like, what did you think of this particular scene? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, you read my book. And I was like, you bet your butt I read your book. It's like, I really enjoyed it. Well, tell me about the scene. I didn't memorize it. I was too busy enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
Hi, Sharon.
There we go. My man. That's what real heroes are for, my good friend. I don't know.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Evie, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've ever been on a live stream together.
Yeah.
I think.
You know,
so
good practice for Wuthering Heights. We can duke it out.
I'm so excited. It's going to happen. It's going to be great.
Which unironically, I'm pretty sure it would be a very similar discussion and fight as I would have with Andrew about Rainwild Chronicles. Totally valid. Like, we agree about the same things, but the actual end result of enjoyment is completely opposite.
Right. I think, yeah. I mean, I won't say too much before the official discussion, but I don't want to spend an entire book being very angry all the time.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
So where we disagree
Alan,
on
yes.
Brain Wild is quite literally thematically. Like I let the thematics ruin my story. I'm fully willing to just let that crap in my Cheerios.
Yes, Alan. She was doing sprints earlier today.
I was, because I'm trying to read.
I was invited on those sprints, but I was working. I was on the clock.
Yeah, he chose to not get fired instead of being on my channel. I was pretty disappointed.
So like, okay, so the chances of me getting fired for that are minuscule, but there's a chance.
High impact, though. Yes.
Alan, you want to join? You have access.
You know what, Alan? You know what? You're doing it.
You are you have the power of the tyrannical leader.
See, I was over here thinking Alan just did sprints yesterday. Like, I don't know that he'd want to jump on this fast. I should have known better.
He wants to be invited, but
Why
just
is
so
my
he
internet
can say
such
no.
crap? I've got fighter.
Yeah.
Nope, I've already shot him the link.
Sprints earlier
I shot him
too.
the link.
He was trolling me.
Andrew, we don't need links. We can just log into StreamYard and join directly.
But I know he's got access. I know he's got access, and yet, I sent him an invite.
That's the formal
because I'm
invitation.
courteous like that. Yeah,
Hey,
I am
Tiago,
extending
we were
a
just talking
formal
about you.
invitation to Alan of the Alexandria to hop on. Tiago, you can hop on too. Why not? We were just talking about your book.
Yeah, we were just talking about the
Actually,
spicy scene in your book.
No. No, my crap internet made it sound like there was a spicy scene in your book. Which I don't have crap internet. I have fiber internet, 500 down, 500 up. So I don't know why I'm lagging. I think it's just through StreamYard is the only time I ever lag.
Really? Wrong, Tiago.
Oh, I think it's the right Tiago. No, I'm at so it was funny, like I hopped away to give my daughter a quick bath during that sprint. And then I also read 4% of Shade of Madness. So I thought that was a productive sprint.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, poor Alan.
Jeez. So let's see. Is everybody in the chat reading, by the way? Give me some recommendations, y'all.
That's
well,
creepy.
I hope things get better, Alan.
I was referring to Tiago.
It was me. No, it wasn't. I wrote that scene.
Andrew's secretly writing werewolf
romance. Are you going to judge my
on the
fan
side.
fiction, Tiago?
Well, I mean, Tiago, if it makes you feel any better, my name is Evelyn, even though it's my middle name. Don't tell anyone. And I just read Cloven Hooves by Robin Hobb / Megan Lindholm. That's basically erotica with the satyr. So it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. You will not like it, Andrew.
See if I turn off my work computer, if I can turn. What?
You don't have enough
Megan
bandwidth.
Lindholm?
You got too many... Yeah.
I'm just turning things off at this point. You know what? I'm even going to turn off the Wi-Fi on my Kindle. Because why not?
You got too much stuff.
Wi-Fi causes.
Connected to the internet.
Huh?
What?
Boom. Airplane mode. Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Yeah, no, I have
I
have no plans to read any further Robin Hobb. And that includes Inheritance and the Piebald Prince. I might read that one. But I'm not interested in like the Force Mage. I'm not interested in her Megan Lindholm works. I've just got my 9 books that I love.
All right, well.
Got my 9 books that I absolutely love. I did.
You're way too pleased with yourself about that.
Whenever I can cause mischief, book is fun mischief to me, and it was me trying to prove a point, and like it was over the top, and I didn't feel like it needed to be there, because like I was fine with the entire scene right up until we got to the end of the scene, and that took it over the line. Like there was the line, we were at the line, and then we just took that extra half step. And it made me sad and a little bit sick. Oh, geez. Oh, we have to present that Evie is rocking great hair tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna type it because I didn't. Yeah. Apparently there's a thing today because you were talking about your hair and like bad hair days, Tori, and like I had my hair up in a bun earlier and I fell asleep, took a nap with the bun, and it was all like, bedhead, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it down since it's all like down anyways. Yeah, so this is unwashed, unbrushed hair. So, and cat, hello.
Well, it's working.
Right?
That cat is having a fantastic hair day.
Yeah, it's finally long enough to where it's like it's weighting it, because I have like really thick hair, and it's finally long enough to where it's like weighting it down. It's not just like, yeah. So I'm pretty.
See my hair whenever I don't know if it's long enough for it right now. Let's see if we can get in on some of the. You can kind of see my cowlick acting up right there. It's too dark in this room. Okay, there we go. Now I can look like I just roll.
By the way, Andrew, the whole 5-head thing, it's not like this.
No,
it's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then, yeah, no, I do have that.
Yeah, I have that.
See?
I feel like that's more common than people think.
Like this, literally, if you're watching this and you want to sell some real estate and advertise for a brand that you love for $12.99 an hour, I will just get it drawn on here in, I don't know, let's not say permanent marker, but marker by my toddler, and I will walk around town.
I'm gonna send you
an hour.
I'm gonna send you a Howler temporary tattoo.
Oh, I would do it. I would totally do that right there. Boom.
Yep.
We can do a Red Rising stream where I crap all over the final 2 books.
That she hasn't read yet.
I love the first 3 books, though. First 3,
see, I
those are my bread and butter. Morningstar.
I know.
Say what?
I haven't read Iron Gold or Dark Age.
Ah. Maybe
you'll
like them. Maybe you'll like them.
Yeah, thank you, Alan.
He's
he's just following me around today, trolling me everywhere.
But
I
K
started
Fox
them
has
because
Alan.
questions.
I was gonna say K Fox has important questions. What is the cat's name?
Oh, this is Novia. She's 11 years old, and she is my baby. She's an amazing cat. I love her so much.
Oh.
And then the one I held up earlier.
My cat would bite my face.
Oh my gosh, this cat like is so chill. Like she's just hanging here right now. She's massive.
My cat's name is Skittles and is probably hiding in my son's closet right now.
What's the other cat's name?
Here. He is a year old.
He's a baby.
He's a baby.
Oh, he's a baby.
And his name is Pippin.
Oh.
And he is a menace, but he's cute, so we love him anyways.
There are 2 Pippins now because Sarah's dog.
Are you going to get another cat and name him Mary?
No. Not right now, because we have 2 cats in a 1,700 square foot house, which is plenty of cats in a 1,700 square foot house.
Oh, okay. Alan did his Red Rising read along last year, and I got like 3 months behind, and then I finally caught up and finished. And as Stacy says, I complained about Dark Age for like 2 days.
Yeah. I'm going to read them this year in prep for Lightbringer. I loved the original trilogy so freaking much that I'm terrified of continuing the series.
It does. It goes multi POV, so I think that's where it shows a lot of it.
I have to ask, does it? And I don't think this is too spoilery, but does Severo get his own POV?
Oh God, I don't remember. No.
Okay.
Does it only happen one or two times? It's not. Yeah, no. There's no Severo POV. Oh yeah, Alan's confirming no Severo POV.
I would not like that.
Severo is honestly my favorite character in the entire series.
He's my favorite fantasy character of all time. So
unrelated, Tori, have you read the Winter Night trilogy?
Remind me what the first book is.
The Bear and the Nightingale.
That's
Bear
and the Nightingale.
Have not. I've been seeing it around though. I have not. Should I read it? That's a dumb question.
Evie loves that book.
It's my favorite series.
If you've talked about this, Chaz, it's a translated Russian work, if I remember correctly.
It is not translated. No, it's English.
It's not.
It's not translated.
Okay.
It's based in Russia, but yeah, it's so good.
I am adding it to my TBR right now.
Listen, you know what, Alan? The Library of Mid-Xandria, okay?
Oh,
bird.
You can't talk to my past regeneration like that. There's a conspiracy theory a year ago that Alan perpetuated that I was his next regeneration.
I mean, you did kind of like.
Are you guys talking about the folding knife?
Well, I mean, if he's taking shots at his own favorite books, then I guess it's okay. Yeah, I mean, Andrew, you did
very good.
Take his intro. You were like, "Today's guys, today." You were like, you do like a total Alan intro. Today, guys, today we're going to.
So okay, so I did say this was an AMA. So Tori does her whole imposter syndrome thing, right? So as an up-and-coming booktuber, I didn't have an intro or anything like that. I was watching Mike. I was watching Alan. I was watching Daniel Green. I was watching all so I did take bits and pieces until I was comfortable enough doing my own thing. So I'm sure I probably got that out of Alan.
No, I know. I'm just giving you
funny enough, I do not like that book, Alan. I don't like it.
Which one?
Excuse me. Liza Locke-Lamora.
Liza Locke-Lamora. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. I DNF'd it at 25%.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
As I flip the laptop. It's not bad. It's just not to my taste. The problem is I'm more interested in the childhood.
Not good.
I'm more interested in what's happening in the past timeline than I'm interested in the heist that's going on. I don't see Locke-Lamora keep getting in trouble and coming up with these great tiny little cons and it blowing up in his face. I loved that aspect. And then they're doing the whole big con and I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, well, okay, so see, we have pretty much exact opposite taste in books. Oh, geez. Okay. Yes, Andrew is a thief. Confirmed. There was one moment I got an all caps message from Alan. It was, "Stop appropriating my culture." Which I've gotten a lot better about that and finding my own voice and trying to fit in and be my own kind of individual on BookTube. There's just a while where it was just like, for a while, like my intro was almost an exact copy of Nico's because Nico got me to start my channel. I just know where to start.
You're like,
so I just kind of.
Nico and you are like twinsies. Alan!
Oh, he shows up.
What's up? Wheels McCrash.
Hold on, I gotta turn off the other one. There we go. I hate live streams because no one can hear me. Like I hate and the worst thing is being in the comments and people running the live stream being so flippin' slow with reading the comments. I feel like
Yeah,
and it's even worse right now. Like because I can't do anything for myself, like because everything takes forever because I'm not like I can't. Like I just had a crisis. I'm not independent. Like I'm typing comments and people take forever to click on them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't walk. I like, oh my God, I have no mouth and I must scream. Like no one. Like it's just, oh my gosh, it gives me anxiety spikes. So I'm just like everyone should have me on every single live for now from all time, and I don't have to say anything. Just put me in the back. To where if I do have something to say, I can just lean in and be like, that book sucks. And then go back to what I'm doing. I just can't do it. I can't, like, it's just, oh my gosh.
How do you feel about this nautical fantasy, Alan?
Okay, here's the thing. Like, people are trying to freaking people. First of all, people need to stop, stop trying to steal credit for liking nautical fantasy, right? I was the first one out here being like, what is this everyone hating nautical fantasy nonsense that I hear? I was the revolutionary standing up for the boats, all right? It was just me. And finally, it's turning a little bit with people being like, oh, I like books on boats. And I'm like, I know, because there's no reason not to, because there aren't a ton of fantasy books on boats. The one I'm reading right now,
I've only read two.
I have had to look up so many flipping boat words in this freaking book I'm reading. Like this book I'm reading. Hold on, where is it? Let me show you the list of words. I know a lot of what P just fell. Sorry, there wasn't P in it. I know a bunch of words. I'm a smart guy. Look at all these words I've had to look up. This dude is writing with words I don't like. Oh, wait. We have y'all. Not Y''ALL, YAWL. It's a type of boat. Yawl, carack, which is bigger than a caravel and bigger than a galleon, also a boat. Felucca, which has something to do with boats. Latin, something that describes sails. Galleus, which is different than a galleon or a galley. A bungboat.
That's kind of like poop deck.
A bollard. I don't know. There's a bunch of like boat words and then a bunch of other words I don't know.
So what I'm hearing, Alan, is that
nautical books are awesome.
That's what I'm actually hearing is hipster Alan is angry that nautical fantasy is going mainstream.
It's not going mainstream though. It's not going mainstream. People are just saying they don't hate it anymore, which they should have.
It's very anti-hipster. So I think you're angry.
I'm not. Here's the thing. Right now, you can't name the bone ships because Andrew just showed it. Name me one nautical fantasy that isn't the Life Ship Traders or Red Seas Under Red Sky.
Dang it! That's me.
Name one. That you can't look, Andrew. You can't look at your books.
The Stone Boatman by Sarah Tolman.
I have to.
Half a King by Joe Abercrombie.
That's a boat book?
They are sailing for a good chunk of that book.
Oh,
actually, in the whole trilogy, there's quite a bit of
sailing. If I watch those reviews, people are going to say, I really thought I hated nautical fantasy. No, you didn't. Stop.
2 years ago, when I put out my Red Seas Under Red Skies video, people were like, oh my gosh, this is okay. It's not that great. And I was like, but they're on a boat. It's so cool.
I think I heard it. I heard this first. This started where when I first started BookTube, I was hearing a lot of people talk about Locke Lamora and that series. And I heard people talking about how they didn't like Red Seas Under Red Skies because it was on a freaking ship. Mm-hmm. And then I started seeing people review Live Ship and being like, I don't really normally like nautical fantasy, but and I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't normally like? Like, do you guys all just have PTSD from being forced to read Moby Dick at some point? Like, is that what this is? Or Old Man in the Sea? I agree. That's a trash book.
So are you saying that people not liking nautical fantasy is akin to people not liking Nickelback?
No, because Nickelback sucks.
But Nickelback doesn't suck.
But they're
not my favorite band, but they are not as...
They sucked in the 90s.
It became a meme.
Yeah, it did become a meme. But
there was a time where you could not change a channel. People are just mad that they couldn't escape Nickelback for like a year when that one song came out.
And follow me, they suck, and people don't like them.
Or they suck?
Yeah.
For once, I agree with Alan.
For once.
Well, frankly, I do occasionally listen.
You're dropping hot bars of truth. You can pick that up, stick it in the forge, and mold it into veracity. Tink, tink.
You know what? I think you quenched your bar of truth in water, and it cracked.
It didn't freaking crack. I quenched that crap in oil because I used my time wisely, Jay.
I'm sure there's a reference there that I'm missing.
Fire reference, I'm assuming. I was referencing Fortune Fire. I assumed he was also.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, he quenched in water.
Every time somebody quenches in water in Fortune Fire, they're like, oh. I was like, why did the barrel of water there in
it's there to stop.
Just there to be a trap?
Why is Andrew on dial-up tonight?
Rise of Empire has
ships
in it too.
It's probably because your daughter's streaming like kids shows.
She's streaming Blippi. Blippi's awful. Oh my gosh. And I just realized today that Blippi has a friend, and Blippi is an abomination. Like,
why do you know about Blippi? You don't have to.
Because my best friend has a 5-year-old, and she discovered Blippi, and he would tell me, he's like, this is the worst period of my life, having to watch Blippi. And he made me miserable because I have to see it too. So he sent me the links, and I can't stop watching. I'm like, what is this grown man doing? This is so... Come on with me. And he can't just walk. He can't just walk from here to there. No, he's got to do like...
This is a Blippi rant, isn't it?
Oh my God. I hate... And he always goes... like, stop.
And now there's Mika.
Andrew,
there's Mika, his best friend.
Andrew, I said that.
I was over in the other room. I was in the other room.
He has a friend, and she's awful too. She's like, "Thanks, Blippi," and he's like, "Oh well, you're really good at that." Stop it, Blippi. Stop it.
Did you know there's more than one Blippi?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. Look, I like children's programming.
Two different actors.
Not Blippi. Blippi's an abomination. I'm talking about OG Blippi.
Well, frankly,
listen, Blue's Clues or death.
In a Peppa Pig house.
Look, Blue's Clues is epic. I'm all about Blue's Clues. Sharon, go ahead.
Is my internet any better, or am I still on dial-up?
BLIPPI. Just do a YouTube search for BLIPPI. And anyway, guys, I talk too much. This is the other thing. I don't mean to come up here and freaking seize the means of production, which is what I've done. I've come in here and I've taken it from you bourgeois people, and I've taken it and I'm distributing it. I've made this central planning, and it's mine. So
listen, you're making up for lost time, and we appreciate it, Alan.
No, okay. So what happened?
He wants me to eat this, and I've told him no.
So, the good thing is my students aren't on it, so I can kind of talk about that.
What is that? Ew.
That is low nitro.
Hot gummy bear?
9 million Scoville.
The long and short.
I'm doing that.
Andrew.
I've also got this one.
That's awful. I used to be able to I love spicy stuff, but I've got cracked tongue, like geographic tongue now. So I have like ravines in my tongue, and I can't eat anything spicy anymore. It pisses me off because there was nothing I enjoyed more than a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. But like I can't now. Like I eat it, I just weep for ages because it won't go away. It's stuck in the ravines. But Christina's over at her parents, and I freaking I can't do anything. Like the toilet got clogged and was just like water, and this was the domino effect. Water was just going everywhere, and I'm grabbing like the crap plunger, and so you gotta like try to plunge with a crap, like 12 plunges. Meanwhile, water's everywhere, and I'm trying to grab towels. I can't. I don't know where the freaking towels are in this house. I finally call Christina, like I'm practically in tears, being like, can you please come over here? Like, this has just been a disaster. And this is like the 8th thing. And I hate having my wife tethered to me, because that's not what I want. I want to go hang out with her family. And then she checks in on me, but I'm not going to be like, hey, can you walk? Because her parents are right there. So she's right next door. But I'm like,
oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. We moved like literally behind and to the right of her parents. Like, there's a square, like the fence forms an X. We're bottom right, they're top left. So
cool.
that was we wanted to live near them. So she's really close. But I'm like, I'm not going to have you come back to pour me a cup of coffee or to, turn my light and the camera on or to get my wheelchair out of the sunroom. Like, I'm going to do it myself. But the problem is that like, I do so much of that. Like I just wear myself out. So it's a totality of things that just lead to disaster. And I was just like, can you please come home and help?
You have to be willing to ask for help, Alan.
Well, I would, but I'm not going to ask for one thing. So it's like, I don't want her to be here tethered to me. I know. When she's here, I have no problem asking for help. That's not true. When she's here, I am more likely to ask for help. And so I just feel bad. I hate this.
It's only temporary.
One would hope.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally gonna rip this leg off and bludgeon someone to death with it. Like I'm so over it.
And that would not make it temporary. That would make it permanent.
I will install.
That would make it permanent.
Replacement.
Yes.
But then, Alan, you can get magic legs.
I'm just so over this. I'm so over this nonsense. I'm just over. I'm over. Anyway. Sorry. Well, y'all were talking about Robin Hood. Like every
that was forever ago. That I've turned everything off to try and save my internet.
Yeah.
So I hear that Rainwild Chronicles is mid.
You would be in fact correct.
I have never heard one person say that Rain Wilds was their favorite of the Realm of the Underlings. Not one.
It is my 5th favorite. Fitz and the Fool is my 4th favorite. Then it goes Live Ship Traders, Farseer, and Tawny Men.
Andrew, do you just like thrive on bad opinions?
Yes.
Like, does that feed you? Because I will see you will give the weirdest crap 5 stars. And then you will give like legitimately good books. You will either DNF them or like 3-star it. And I'm like, Andrew, like literally just read the manual for someone's blender that is covered in like orange rinds and like spoiled lettuce, and you gave it 5 stars, and then you're flipping like, what did you not like recently? Like you just freaking Justice of King, which is a fine rating. I don't care, but like
it's fantasy Law and Order, which if that's your thing, cool.
I mean,
but like also the POV that you're reading it from isn't exactly likable and fun to be in her head. So yeah, I gave it 3.5 stars.
Yeah, you're right. Derval from Winter King is a delight. Like
he is.
He's not. He is dour.
And at the time, I was in the mood for dour.
So basically, what I'm hearing is Andrew needs to reread Justice King.
It's a bad example. There's a better example for something else, like Dark Age, for example.
Dark Age is awful.
It's okay, Tori. It's not awful. The second, like Iron Gold, is not good, but it's not awful.
It
like-
is the most egregious abuse of Here Comes the Cavalry I've ever read.
That's not true, Tori. I've read like that. I mean,
I
Andrew,
will die on this hill.
I mean, you're welcome to. Have you read Faithful and the Fallen?
Yes, and frankly, they ride in on horses. They don't change gravity.
That's because one takes place in space, and the other one is in like Celtic fantasy.
That
land.
book alone had 3 horrible scenes of just getting Darrow out of impossible situations.
So did books 1, 2, and 3.
But it was
The
Okay,
whole
so-
series is getting Darrow out of impossible situations.
yeah. But
Basically.
so in book 1, he survives a grievous wound.
Andrew.
What?
There is
Spoiler alert.
there is
No,
nothing
they
more
moved it.
egregious. There is nothing in Dark Age that is more egregious than Pierce Brown's like flagrant and profligate disregard for the laws of POV. Like nothing. Like in Morningstar, that man like literally like broke the rules of narration by being like, hey, so you know this POV we're in? I'm not gonna tell you stuff this deep POV thing definitely should know and pretend like it doesn't. And it's like that is the most egregious thing I've ever seen. And I love that book. And me and Michael Knipp cannot stop laughing about how dumb that is. It's the like he's
It is dumb, but it was still enjoyable to read.
I mean, that's true. Iron Gold and Dark Age are not fun.
By the way, confirmed, Andrew, you truly are Alan 2.0 because you also don't like women.
Are
So
you kidding? Like Guns of the Dawn, female protag.
I love that. No
Female
flags, no way for heroes. I love that main POV. False, lies, fake news.
Andrew, here's the problem. Andrew hates trad pub. That's really what it comes down to.
it's true.
No, I don't
Andrew
hate
is
trad.
anti-
I liked Sin When It Sins. That's trad.
That is, it's barely trad. Like it's barely.
What do you
like,
mean it's barely
only
trad?
like
Started off as
It's
self-published.
only trad that brings its self-published pedigree.
So
Racist.
what?
Andrew's racist against trad pub confirmed.
Yeah.
I hate it here. I want to go home.
I'm just teasing. Andrew, like I like that your opinions wildly vary off of the standard deviation.
I do have okay, so Lana makes up a good point. I do have less patience. I will admit to having less patience for traditional fantasy because a lot of the time I feel like they've got a whole team behind them and mistakes that are made, there is no excuse.
I agree. I mean, I that's why I do not like I am harsher on trad pub than I am self pub, and that is because like self pub, like okay, being self pub does not mean that it did not pass through several competent editors. That's not what it means. However, being trad pub does mean that it passed through several competent editors. So trad pub guarantee has that. Self pub does not guarantee. It should, and good self pub does. But like it's like I was telling Philip this on his Dear Dr. Fantasy that isn't live yet about like I come from the self pub like back in the early 2000s where self pub was a poorly photoshopped picture of yourself with like holding a dragon except that perspective's all off and like it's literally written like my 11th grade creative writing class. Like that's what self pub used to be. You know, it's just like, well, I'm just gonna publish my book. So like it's hard to shake that, even though you've read really good self pub. But it's just like self pub people should just be forced to freaking give it to an editor, an editor that's good, not like your grandma who may or may not know how to edit something. You know what I mean?
My grandma was actually a school teacher, so I'm betting she could.
Yeah, there's just no flipping excuse when a trad pub comes through with like awful editing. I'm like, what? How did this? Oh, let me tell you how this made through. The author is like famous. That's how it made it through. Like, why have we not whittled this trash down? And why are there so many mistakes? Like,
Well, and so like continuity and like certain use of tropes and stuff like that also where like I feel like there's a team of people who read the book and then gave it a pass saying this is a good idea.
Oh, with tropes and stuff, Andrew, tropes and crap sells. Like they don't give a crap that it's like
Yeah, but I don't like a lot of fan service. Like I'm very particular. We're both okay, cards on the table. I don't talk about it often. We are both on the spectrum.
sure.
There are just
I
things
talk
in
about
my
it all the time.
you talk about it more than I do.
All the
I am
time.
on the spectrum. There are certain things I just cannot get past.
Word, I hear that. I hear that. Like
And
the thing,
so like
if you're with Tor or Orbit, like there's no excuse. Like they are so huge. There's no excuse. Anyway, Andrew, let's not like. I'm trying not to monopolize this. I apologize, guys.
it's fine. I'm having a good time.
I know you are, but the two people who aren't talking, I'm not asking you.
I'm very entertained.
Oh geez. But
Yeah.
and it's funny as we've been going back and forth. The number of viewers has just been steadily ticking.
Picking up.
Yep.
We were like hovering right around 17.
People tune in to listen to me. I don't know why people just want to listen to me complain about crap. Like I don't know. Like who? Someone mean on my thing was said Christina is a saint, and I'm like, okay, like I get it. Like I get that I complain when the book is too easy, and I complain when the book is too hard. And like Jake says, complain when I got it right and it was the right amount of challenge. Like I'm Baby Bear, Papa Bear, and Mama Bear complain. I'll play anything. I have to. It's a compulsion. I don't really mean to, but anyway.
To kind of shift gears a little bit.
Shift gears.
Have you set up the live stream camera of your Christmas tree?
No, I was alone most of the day. I need Christina to help me.
Okay.
I haven't, but I need to so that I can stream that. But back on the self-published thing, like 3 of my top 10 anticipated releases of next year are self-pub. Because I just went and looked at Orbit and Tor, and like Tor, Tor has nothing that I want to read. Like it's like, hey, we're re-releasing Brandon Sanderson. I'm like, congratulations. Nothing. And Orbit has a bunch of stuff, but let me go ahead and explain something to you right now. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and tip y'all off, and I'm gonna say this in my video again because I only know how to say snippets. If the back of your book talks about who the characters are sleeping with, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not like if the description of your book talks about who people are sleeping with, I'm not gonna read it. Like it's not interesting to me. If you think people doing it is that important to the plot, I don't care. Like, I'm going to move on. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I have other stuff to read than you being like, oh, and so he slept with the wrong person. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, the freaking naval fantasy I'm reading right now, it was freaking awesome. And then it got to a freaking, like, sex scene that was way more, like, explicit than it needed to be. And I'm like, oh, man, come on, bro. Like literally the city is burning down around y'all and you gotta talk about like these people touching each other. Like, stop.
I mean, Alan.
I know
what is it, 22 in Trader's Blade? 23? Whatever that chapter.
But I don't defend that. I hate that.
Okay.
Like, I don't like that. But it doesn't ruin the book for me. I didn't put the book down because I didn't put this book I'm reading down because I want to see. And I was just like, I just rolled my eyes, wrote it in my notes, and move on and hope there's not a bunch more, but if there's one, there's bound to be more. Dang it.
Hi, sorry. I missed that entire rant.
What book is it, Alan?
Which one? That I talked
the
about?
One you were just talking about.
Which one? The naval fantasy?
Yeah.
Is that what Kyle's asking? Oh, it's Hawkwood's Voyage. It's about a holy war. It's literally about a holy war.
Can you declare a holy war on a book about a holy war?
No, because it's really good. I guess
I have been terrible about doing anticipated reads for next year. Although I just recently got linked up with somebody at Angry Robot, so I've got some Angry Robot books coming through early for next year.
There's a couple, Kyle. Angry Robot I did not check, and I should have. I also should have checked Head of Zeus. But
I love Head of Zeus.
Me too. Like I looked at my new washing machine sings when it's done. So I was like, what is that? I was like, is the ice cream man here? It's like 7.
My fridge will beep at you until you close the door. It's the worst thing ever.
We are. He's ahead of me. I've been so bad.
I am at 84%.
I'm at 67. I'm at
83%.
Chapter 30.
Ugh.
Yellowface, like that just doesn't interest me really. But like it's not going to get the same.
Because it's contemporary. It's not even fantasy.
It's not fantasy. So. It's not going to get the same buzz. Contemporary doesn't really have the Yas Queeners that fantasy does.
Is that a thing? A Yas Queener?
Yeah.
Queen.
It's the people who like if you flipping 5-star something before the bloody books come out, like cut your hand off. Stop. Like stop it.
It's literally what we do sometimes.
No, I have never given something a rating before I've read it ever.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
No,
I thought you meant before it came out. Like, what if we have an arc?
No. Like, before anyone has read it, like people giving it 5 stars before they've read it.
That's nonsense. That's
like,
nonsense.
That stuff bothers. Like Daniel Green's books had a ton of that when he came out. Babel had a ton of 5 stars, like before it ever came out. Like
I'll never read the book
before people got.
I'm never going to read Babel.
So that's. Yes, he is. That's on one of my top 10 is whatever book De Castell comes out with this year. I was actually really, really lucky and got to read a really early copy of Play of Shadows. And it's so good. I'm so excited for it to finally come out.
I need to get back to De Castell.
I need to finish anyway. Tori, what are you're reading Wuthering Heights still? Did you finish it?
No, I have like 2 hours left of the audiobook. So I should hopefully finish that this week, but right now I'm working on Andrew's book.
Can you read a bunch of books at one time?
If they're in different formats. So like I have an audiobook and then I have one on my e-reader and then I have this as my physical copy. But I did a thing in November where I started a bunch of books kind of taste testing, and that was a big mistake because then I had a pile of books on my nightstand that I had like started and was like a third of the way through. So I had to finish a bunch of those in December before I could start this one. So
I can only read a bunch when I'm like in a reading slump because like too many books I read back to back are like gritty military fantasies, and just being in the hospital, being exhausted, I'm just like, what have I done to myself? Like everything which I love. Sorry, go ahead.
I haven't been paying attention to the Shadow Campaigns read along. Did you finish it or
no? I mean, no. But a bunch of other people did. But I've read them.
Did you get through Guns of Empire?
I mean, no. But I've read it before. Other people did. So
Guns of Empire made me DNF the series.
Why? The freaking Winter Campaign is so good.
So the military aspects are really good.
That's all I care. I forgot all that other stuff. Don't even care.
Oh, you already forgot all the other stuff. Cool. Yeah. The LGBTQ representation jumps the shark.
I mean, the whole Winter
was a fantastic character throughout the entire series.
Django Wexler, I don't know what his deal is. Like he messes up. Like their relationship was adult and mature, or Winter was an adult and mature character, and then he just. Yeah, I agree. It's stupid, but I ignore that. I'm talking about like Napoleonic war campaigns. Are you kidding?
That stuff was cool. The problem is I have to sit with the POV. That's where my neuroses comes in.
Half the books you read are like 30% trash, and you give it a buy, and then you give it.
I do not.
Andrew, I'm about to start combing Andrew's Goodreads.
Go ahead, do it.
You don't want me to do that, Andrew, because I'm going to find a bunch of books that have 30% garbage that you gave 5 stars.
Do you want to know how I know you're not going to do that, Alan? Because then you'd have to read them to find the trash.
Okay, first of all, you read so much, there's bound to be a crossover somewhere. Like, surely. I'm gonna go
this
back.
Is why I give out very few 5 stars.
I
just
am
don't.
a 5-star strumpet. I will admit that.
Not.
I am. I if I love
Andrew.
what
You are a self-pub 5-star streetwalker. If it's
5-star
self-pub,
streetwalker.
5 stars. If it's
I
trash,
am a 5-star lady of the night, is what you were saying.
take off a star that it dared to be published by a publishing company. How dare it? How dare it?
I'm gonna go look at my Goodreads right now.
You did. Andrew's like, I love this book. It's absolutely incredible. Like, really, best book I've ever read. But it was trad pub, so 4.5 stars.
You are not gonna find that in my Goodreads.
5 stars.
You'll never find it.
4.5 stars.
Oh no, I
gave
did
Sword
just
of
I did
Kaigen
hand
5
out a 1
stars.
star today.
Sword
I did.
of Kaigen is not 5 stars. That well,
The Kaigen was 2 stars for me. So
You gave Kaigen 2 stars?
Whoa.
I gave
Shots fired.
it
No wonder we disagree on the Rain Wilds.
I really enjoyed it. I hated everything else.
the
Yeah.
duel chapter was amazing in Sword of Kaigen.
And
Like
it should
that,
have ended there.
Yeah.
End at the duel, Evie. I agree. Evie, right here, right here.
Let's see.
I haven't read it yet.
Myra.
I just gave the Bone Ships 5 stars.
The Bone Ships.
Yep, 5 stars.
Every single person I know hates that book, except you.
So okay, so I understand why people hate this book.
Really? Is it because you were eye burnt?
My what?
Did you get eye burnt when you were outside so long that you got eye burnt? Did you not put on your eye screen SPF 100?
I don't know. But the way the
uses
structure
eye.
is intentionally meant to be annoying in the beginning because they're all layabouts. They all suck in the beginning of the book. It's all about
I agree with
growing through the trajectory. And so a lot of people, the first 50% of this book, it's designed that they're supposed to be annoying.
you. Okay.
And
So
then they kind of get whipped into ship shape.
Matt's Fantasy Book Reviews has some excellent opinions. And in some of them, he found them off that same Blender instruction manual covered in like old cabbage. Because I don't know where some of his opinions come from. Like,
He gave Lost Metal 1 star.
I mean, I don't care. I have no dog in that fight. But I almost started brawling when he's like, I read Orconomics, and you know what? I'm gonna say it's better than Terry Pratchett. And I'm like, okay.
No, it's not.
Where do you live? I'm going to drive, I'm gonna wheel myself to your house, and I'm going to strike you on, around, or about the face.
You want to know why? I DNF'd Orconomics 3 times before I got through it.
Andrew,
And that's another one where the first 50% of the book, Mike is on my case about DNFing everything. But the first 50% of that book is, again, supposed to be misleading. It's supposed to be easy mode, and then it flips the script on you. And then the last half of the book redefines the first half of the book and
Tori.
makes it amazing.
Tori,
Yes, Alan.
if I knew your book was guaranteed to come out next year, I'd put your book on my list too.
It is guaranteed to come out next year. I just don't have a date.
Well, dang it, Tori. Well, now I already have 10.
You'll just have to make a solo video for my book.
We'll say honorable mention
Okay.
if we can believe Tori.
Hey, be nice. I am committed to 2023. Yeah, Alan would love that.
Isn't that about shapeshifting werewolves? Probably not. I hate werewolves the most.
They're not shapeshifters. They are actual werewolves. Shapeshifters are not the same as werewolves. Sure.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What's a werewolf? Like, I don't know. What is a werewolf?
Yeah, so
I've never seen one.
a werewolf is a human wolf hybrid. So when they like shift into a werewolf form,
When they do what?
when they shift into wolf.
Hold on. So they were in one shape,
Yes.
and then they
a shapeshifter
They don't
can
shift.
anything.
No,
Like,
a
it's not specific
shapeshifter
for-
goes from full human form to full wolf form. Like they're a wolf,
Okay, but
not a hybrid.
Okay, Your Honor, can you please direct the witness to answer the question? True or false? True or false? And that's all I need. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, please. Do they shift from one form to another? Just yes or no. Simple yes or no.
Yes.
The prosecution rests, Your Honor. Thank you. This case is dismissed. This case with prejudice.
This is why Alan, I hope, will never read my book. I don't want to talk to Alan about my book.
Why? Why? I'm just kidding. I know that werewolves are not shapeshifters. Like,
so what this was started from, Alan, is because I got really torqued because when I was in high school, and I'm not going to go far into this conversation because we would be here forever, but all of my girlfriends were reading Twilight, and I read them, and I hated them because it's Twilight. And so I could not figure out why everyone was so excited about it. And I was like, guys, these are not werewolves. There's not werewolves.
They're also not vampires. Or Dracula.
No,
Sorry,
no, they're not vampires either, but they're glitter bombs.
Dracula.
But yeah, I was like, these are not werewolves, guys. So I'm gonna write like an actual werewolf book because that would be fun and not stupid.
I haven't written a book. I think it's awesome. I'm just I don't know why I feel the need to antagonize people. I don't.
You've been antagonizing me all day.
I love chaos, and I don't mean to. I don't mean to. I don't know why I am not happy unless I am.
You're poking somebody.
The thing is, the problem is that I haven't been at school in so long. Like, normally, I can get most of it out because teenagers are the easiest to rile up. Like, you can make fun of them for anything, and it's hilarious because they also don't understand like sarcasm half the time, so they think I'm being serious. Like when I was asking you about shapeshifter, you knew I was being a douchebag and doing a bit.
Yeah.
The teenagers don't know, so they think I'm literally asking them like real questions, and so like the 1-2 punch comes out of nowhere, and it's always hilarious when they're just like, "Oh, exactly." Anyway.
Sharon, yes, it does have very faint horror elements.
Kyle, why would you like? Kyle's the guy where he sees like the lion like mauling somebody, and then, oh no, Kyle is freaking Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park, who I'm sitting there attacking Tori, and now he's waving the flare, being like, hey.
Oh Jesus!
Anyway,
did you see my comment, by the way? Wrecked by Kyle, wrecked by Alan.
I did wreck somebody on something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kyle liked my yow impression.
Yeah. That was hysterical. I was waiting for the let's get down to business, and I'm like, wait, why don't we have it? And then you started singing. I was like, that's why. So.
Oh, by the way, Alan, if nobody has congratulated you on your victory for part 3, congratulations, you killed it.
My amazing victory.
Wait, what victory?
My victory.
Blindfold book challenge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, crushed it. I crushed
it
beneath my boot heel. Those are the hardest ones I've ever done too. Just like
I have yet to fail one. So
my brain has gotten bigger as my.
I did one a long time ago. I want to have Ben and I do another one pretty soon here.
Like
I've done 2, and I felt personally attacked because I did hold the books.
I did too.
In fact, choose easy mode.
When you scrubs over here, like on your freaking casual server. Charmaine always makes fun of me because I always make it way harder than it needs to be. Charmaine's like, Alan, why do you add these rules that make it harder? Because I have. Anyway, guys.
Well, I mean, as you said, we want to see you lose. So
I haven't taken any painkillers at all because I refuse to be addicted to opioids. So I take an ibuprofen every now and then if my hip hurts. You don't have to have her appear on camera. She could be off the camera, like with a mic, describing the book. I've seen people do that before. Anyway, thanks for letting me on, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't mean to like.
No, this is fun.
No, Andrew, you cannot speak for them.
I don't care.
This is his channel. So.
It's his channel.
This is my channel. This is a dictatorship.
Oh, you're right. Like, I always feel like I'm just like a large animal of some kind that goes into a store with really narrow shelves and just starts knocking crap off.
Alan, I can't wait to have you on Wizardly Ramblings when it finally starts ramping up.
I don't know what that is, Andrew.
It's yet another discussion thing.
It's yet another discussion thing where I get to talk to all my friends.
Also,
yeah,
you thief. Andrew plays rogue confirmed. It's fine. Like there's 19,000. Like long form content does well and people like it, and I like long form content. I understand.
I like being able to connect with the audience, and it's one of the best ways to do that. I can then get to hang out with my friends in real time. We get to apparently attack each other live on camera. It's a good time.
I love sprints. That's why I do them, is so I can talk to people. I'm not productive. Like, look, I've been here for 30 minutes. We ain't done a dang thing. And I'm like, oh, I came back here to do work.
I can summarize Eye of the World because of Alan's summarization of Eye of the World.
Andrew.
Trollocs. Go to the next town. Trollocs. Go to the next town.
Yeah.
Trollocs.
That's the answer.
You forgot the draw car.
Sorry.
No. No one cares about it.
You forgot the mid-draw.
It's literally all Trollocs.
No, that's fake news.
Andrew.
Fake news confirmed.
Go read Wheel of Time, Andrew. Just go read Wheel of Time.
Yeah, it's like I'm not currently reading it. I'm on book. What book am I on? I'm on the worst one. I'm on book 10.
You know that's Trad Pub, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't start reading Stealth Pub until 2019.
So are you trying to say, Andrew, that if you had read Wheel of Time now, you wouldn't like it? Because
Absolutely. I will 100% confirm. If I was reading it right now.
Oh, this doesn't do any good on camera, but
yeah. No, 100%. I've done the most complaining about Wheel of Time, but that's because it hasn't aged well. All of the critiques on Wheel of Time are valid. It hasn't aged well. Battle of the Sexes is not fun to read for 3 million words. It's just not. I have great nostalgia in it. I think it's got its place. I still love it, but like when I do my next top 10, it goes in like that honorary shelf of like number 0, where it's like I've read it so many times now that like it's just stuck on the list. Like I took the duct tape and I just duct taped it to the list, and now it's just there.
Tori's children are currently engaged in gladiatorial combat.
Can you hear them? Yes.
I can hear them. Yes.
Yes.
I think one of them said, "Are you not entertained?"
No, that's actually my 7-year-old. She wants to be a singer when she grows up, and so she is constantly singing at the top of her lungs.
So she's singing, "Are you not entertained?"
Actually, one of her favorite songs to sing right now is "I'll Make a Man Out of You" from Mulan, and so I was laughing at your rendition this morning.
It's a good song
because I'm very familiar with it.
I cut out like 2 minutes of it because it was too long. I cut out the "I'm never gonna catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me. Boys, I have in school for cutting Jim. This guy's got him scared to death. Hope he doesn't see right through me. Now you think that I knew how to swim. Be a man, must be swift as a
crossing a river."
Exactly. It's so good. Oh, just the feels when she starts climbing the thing.
Like, yes, I know.
And then she throws the thing. Suck it, Chang. They cut that part out. But she says, "Suck it, Chang." Look, that nice version is so nice, but I hate reading it. This thing.
Tori's getting the hardcover.
This boy. Never fight.
She ripped off the headphones. She's like, "Oh yeah."
I have that one behind me, but this version, I love this version. Yeah. Oh, look how yellow that is. Look how yellow. You know what that is? All sweat, baby. All
sweat. Now, the weird thing is I have to put this on my indie shelf.
Ain't no indie.
Why?
Blackstone Publishing is an indie publisher.
Yeah, but mine's not Blackstone Publishing. Mine is.
But mine is.
Fiction. Whatever. On Gene Son.
Shogun is self-pub, confirmed.
Mine is also Blackstone Publishing.
Yeah, it is now. You know what, Kyle? You're a man of culture.
See, what's going to happen is I'm going to start reading this because it looks amazing and I really want to actually read cool
and then
books
you don't
that
want
I
to tab
own.
it up, so you're gonna buy the paperback.
Probably. Or, well, I don't mind tabbing it. It's more like I'm gonna need a wrist brace by the time I'm done with this book.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like Kayla said, get a reading pillow.
get a pillow. Yeah, that's a really smart idea. I know. I'm gonna end up getting one, I'm pretty sure. Or I just won't, and I will read the entire thing in that freaking large hardcover just for you, Ellen. Just to prove that I can do it.
I opened it and I was like, I ain't reading this, and then I went and grabbed this. Yeah, Andrew. All sweat, baby.
I'm waiting to put the sweat on it. I've been waiting for you for a year, my man.
My freaking your bad opinions just knocked over my lamp, Andrew.
I remember that you and Evie were gonna buddy read it. I was gonna muscle in, and then Evie didn't like Margaret Wise and Tracy Hickman because she thinks they're the worst. And then she unhauled it, and then you abandoned me, my friend. I needed the arbiter of truth, and he left me.
Wait, didn't you get my copies of Death Gate
No,
Cycle?
Nico got your copies.
Oh, okay.
I know we look alike, but we are in fact different people.
There was a man named Andrew who opened up his Christmas present and found it was full of books, traditionally published books. Dun, dun, dun!
I bought these with my own money. I'm a grown man, and yeah, I did get a lot of Christmas
Well,
books.
Dragon Wing already starts at 4.5 stars because if you'll note, it was published by like Bantam or something.
It was published by a what?
By Bantam or something. Maybe Rock.
What's wrong with Bantam?
It's traditional publishing, Andrew.
Oh, my bad.
Sharon, to answer your question, they are 10, 7, and 5.
10, 7, and 5. Dang.
Yep.
Phalanx.
Chris, I have got a whole thing of hardcovers right here. I got my First Law hardcover. I got my Macho Man, Mr. Guns in hardcover.
To interrupt you, Andrew, no offense, Tori, but you look like you're about 20. So
I know. People say this to me all the time. I'm 30, almost 32.
Almost 32.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 kids? How old are you? 7?
10.
Dory, you're the youngest person on this stream.
I know. I usually am. I'm really appreciative that Evie is here right now because usually it's me and the graybeards. So.
Are you calling me a graybeard?
Yeah, I just did.
It's not gray.
you were just complaining about the gray in your hair.
Hair? She didn't say gray hair. She said graybeard.
I don't have any gray in my beard, do I?
How old are you, Andrew? 36?
You're only a couple years older than me.
34?
What are you,
I'm
34?
I'm not even 33. I turned 33 in March.
Okay. So you're looking at me like, oh, you're the youngest person on this stream. You're like a year and a half older than me. Get out of
How old are
here.
you, Evie?
Are you kidding?
I'm
My
35.
wife was born in 89. My wife is 4 months older than me, and I call her grandma.
35?
Yeah.
I'm flipping 40.
My husband's 45.
I love Aaron, though. As if him being old was a
I was gonna say, like, I'm so
Love.
surprised I love this person. They're so old.
Look, you don't know. Andrew could put old people out to pasture. Trad pub. That's what he calls them. He calls them trad pub when he drops them off at the freaking nursing home. There you go, trad pub.
So speaking of Kayla, because we were talking about her earlier, Tori, is she joining our discussion? Because she just messaged me. Was like, "Oh, I'm reading Wuthering Heights, so I can like watch your discussion." I thought she was joining us for.
See, this is one of those things where, like, we talk about something kind of nebulously doing, and then it sort of takes shape, and then we finally randomly get together, and it happens. So I am not sure, but I'm.
Okay.
I would guess
Executive decision. I am including her in that. So,
awesome.
if she wants to
Kayla
join.
is amazing, so it would be awesome if she wants to jump in.
We should do another reading sprint.
Yes.
I came in here to film videos and I didn't do a dang thing. I hate it. That's the problem. Like
Still
Sorry,
time,
sorry,
Alan.
Alan.
I was trying to distract from. I was like, I don't want to film, so I'm like, let me hit subscription, see what's going on. And I saw that's a good way to waste some time, so I don't actually have to do what I came in here to do. And now I end up here, didn't do nothing.
Well, we appreciate you jumping on.
Man, whatever. Thanks for letting me, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do a 30-minute sprint. And then in that time, I'm probably going to put a child to bed and read.
Is that book good? Tori?
It's Alan, the world building in this, top tier.
That's cool. I like world building. He sent me.
I think you'll like it.
He sent me
You
Thrive.
Honestly, I think Alan would love it.
I do too.
Yeah,
I
think you're gonna like this one a lot.
I sent a copy to Philip.
That book looks long. How long is it?
It's 500.
It's actually not.
500.
The font is bigger.
And it reads pretty fast. Yeah, the font is like not.
Guys, big font is not a draw. Big font. I read big font really slowly.
But my point is, it doesn't read like really dense. Like there's a ton of detail, but it's not dense.
Word.
So.
Word.
How can you be done reading for the year, Melissa?
What?
There's still days left.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm actually going to be taking a break after I finish my current reads, and then I'm just going to binge Doctor Who.
Here's
Nice.
okay. So here are my predictions, and you'll see these again on my videos because I'm antagonistic. I am tracking all of the people who are like, I'm going to try to read less in 2023.
I really want to.
Okay, cool. Well, just know at the end of the year, I have a notebook, and I've written your name down on it when you renege on that. And I'm going to be like,
Okay.
Hey, Andrew, I thought you were reading less. Leanna's another one. I'm following all the people like I'm trying to.
There needs to be some sort of like punishment for actually.
You know what, Alan? You can be my accountability coach.
Okay.
Whenever I start reading too much.
I thought I already say you read too much. I already do that, Andrew.
I think everyone.
I've got Mike on one side saying I DNF too much, and I've got you on the other side telling me I read too much.
You do. You DNF a bunch, and then you just pick up a different book and read. And then also all the people who are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do. Sorry if I'm firing shots across the bow here. I'm gonna read Malazan, all of Malazan, and all of Realm of the Elderlings, and all of the Song of Ice and Fire, and all of R. Scott Baker. I'm reading all these massive series this year. I'm like, no, you're not.
I picked one. I'm doing Malazan, and that's it.
I'm doing A Song of Ice and Fire, and I do have Malazan, but I'm already one book down on Malazan, so I got 9 more to read. I'm probably going to DNF it.
All of these people that are doing these 3 like massive, I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
No.
Like I'm
That's
calling,
crazy.
And so I'm writing them down too. Just know, like Santa Claus, I'm always watching.
Well, Alan, I'm going to try and read more in 2023. I am currently reading what will tie for my most read books in a year ever. And I will definitely get another couple books in before
How many books are you
January
reading?
1st. This is my 64th. I don't listen to audiobooks. This is Wuthering Heights is my first audiobook this year.
Too fast. That's too much.
Wait, are you just listening to it on audio?
Mm-hmm.
That could be why you're having a hard like.
I love the narration.
Yeah,
it's just the characters that I'm like.
Now, I make sweeping proclamations that I am in no way going to keep at the end of the year, and I'm going to be like, "Hey guys, guess what? I'm clearly a liar, and then I'm going to draw a punishment for it." But I know for a fact that I'm gonna lie to everybody. I don't mean to. I'm such a liar. Are we reading?
All right, let's do it to 40. There we go.
Freaking ugly Roper picture. I gotta take off of there.
Hello. Wow, that's one that got blocked.
Yep.
I just looked up and my eyes read the line and went, what?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any problems with rectums, but you know, I could tell they're bi.
I'm sorry. Rectum is a second declension neuter noun. The plural is recta. So,
Okay, then.
You know.
just letting you know.
That's
that.
knowledge I could have probably done without. Joanna's here.
On that note.
And Mendelin.
Speaking of recta,
See, look at that. Evie, why is that so simple for what you just did? And the dunderheads in my class will spend a semester not understanding that. And then they look at me and I'm like, how can I make it simpler? If it ends in in the singular, it's on the plural.
so is the us I, is that singular plural or is that a complete?
That is singular plural in the second declension masculine. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I took 2 semesters. Well, no, I took 1 semester of Latin in college,
Well,
and I.
You remembered us or pronounced e, but us and the I, yeah. And then you literally grasped right then. I don't know.
And emus is the plural. It's the we version.
It's first person plural past tense is emus.
Yeah.
So,
meanwhile, my eyes glaze over.
We read legimus, omnes legibus. We all read just now.
I suck with languages. Like I was raised doing ASL, and I barely remember any of it.
I barely know how to speak English, so.
I don't speak proper English, okay? I speak English.
Joanna, to answer your question,
what is everyone reading? I was reading Shade of Madness.
Wuthering Heights.
Deathless Beast.
So, Tiago, the plural is actually Augusti because Augustus is a title, and eventually there was more, when they split the empire into 4. There were two Caesares and 2 Augusti.
Oh, I thought Kaiser was the title. I didn't realize Augustus was the title as well.
There's 2 titles. So Caesar is a title for emperor. Like Augustus just means revered one.
Oh.
So Caesar Augustus.
It's August. Aha, there you go.
Caesar Augustus is the revered Caesar, and then it became emperor. It became to mean emperor after. The Romans never had a word for emperor. Like they did not use the word emperor. We use the word emperor.
So related. My going to bed like documentary thing of choice is oddly enough about the Roman Republic. Well, not Roman Republic. The fall.
Is it on Netflix? Roman Empire?
No, it's on Amazon. It's like the fall of Roman. It starts with Caesar, and they talk about how like Caesar was the family name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Caesar is the branch. So he is from the Julian clan. So if you have relatives, do you have relatives that don't have the same last name as you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So he is a Julian, but he is from the Caesar branch of the Julians. So anyone who has the middle name Julius is related to Julius Caesar, but they're only part of his family if the third name is Caesar. He's from the Caesar branch of the Julian family.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wow. Chris is reading 11th Cycle 2. I'm 50% in. Mendelin is reading Ship of Destiny.
Michael, would you say that you normally don't enjoy nautical fantasy, but Robin Hobb has made you change your mind?
Harkening back to earlier in the street.
Michael has heard me talk about nautical fantasy, so he's heard this so many times. Mendelin's beast mode.
Michael is still my favorite person on the planet for trading me the Howler edition of Red Rising.
Michael is my favorite person on the planet. Him and his wife are my favorite people on the planet. They made me my...
Ouch! Ouch, Alan. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
No, also you.
Well, she's
we were-
so crafty. It's ridiculous.
it's
like,
madness.
oh my god.
Madness. Yeah, actually,
I've got. I still need to get a frame for it, but I got the Dresden peaceful.
me too.
What's it? There's a plaque that hangs above Mac's bar. A quarter neutral territory. There we go. They made me one of those and sent it on over, and I need to get a frame for it.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Michael, I really just need to pay you and Robin, like, to be my graphic designers for my merch designers, because y'all know my channel. I should just pay y'all to make me merch, because that's what stopped me so far, is finding someone, like it doesn't work if it's a random person who doesn't know my channel. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're not gonna know what a 5-star strumpet is, or boosh. They're gonna be like, what? You want me to do what? I'm like, I don't know. Do something with it, please. I can't do
Just
it.
your face with the bubble saying boosh.
If I could do it, I'd have done it.
Speaking of which, Evie, I was going to ask, do we have a GIF that is Alan saying, here's the thing?
Tori, I am so happy that you just said that, because no one on BookTube has yet called me out on that.
Dude, you say it all the time.
I know. When my friends do an impression of me, and I used to do it a lot when I was like a jerk and mad, like when I was like angry all the time, my friends, their impression of me always starts with, here's the thing. Always, like, because I say it all the time. And you're the first person that have been on BookTube who's called me out on that. Like, I saw it when I was editing one of the videos this week, and I was like, no one has called me out on here's the thing yet. Phew. But
now it's done. You're welcome.
No, it's over.
Now you're not going to be able to not hear it, Andrew and Eva. You're going to hear it.
It's
every
like
time.
the glass shattering from How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, exactly. Here's the thing.
So, I guess breaking news, is there going to be another video this week then? So tomorrow? Or?
Oh, no, because I had a video today. There'll be a video Thursday. It
Woo!
might be the Hammer review.
Nice.
Actually, no, it'll probably be my January TBR.
Alan, if you put out the Hammer review, please put like before the video ... 1 year later.
I will. Oh, dang, I will. I had people today on my video being like, oh, Alan, like, you look so, like, it's good to see you so happy and like jumping around. I'm like, to be fair, this is the last video I filmed before my car accident. So
I watched your sprint last night, so I already knew.
Yeah, the one from today is not since my accident. It is before.
Anitha has very appropriate, very apt question.
It was video games, okay? He's been playing video games.
I address that in my January TBR, and I say, these are books that I didn't finish in December, but I'm in the middle of and will be finishing in January, since I didn't mention them on my December TBR. So
well, because you did mention previously that you were going to put out a December TBR regardless.
Yeah, but then I was like, Alan is ludicrous. It's like, let's not be unreasonable.
Yeah, but you lean into the ludicrous.
Andrew, I'm the most reasonable human being you know.
Are you kidding? You released my whole reason for initially checking out your channel was Samwise Gamgee.
Andrew, everything I do,
Samwise Gamgee,
measured,
Samwise Gamgee,
even keeled.
So you don't hop into live streams and type in all caps.
That is because
never.
I have no mouth.
We talked about this at the very beginning. We have to just add him to the stream, whatever stream it is.
I just need people to hear what I have to say. I can't be silenced. I am like the press.
See, that's why I was yelling, Alan.
I get myself one of those old school ear horns, so that way I can always hear what you're saying.
Look, I am a sign of a free society. Me being able to speak openly. The things I have to say are not important, but I feel like they are. So I'm reasonable enough to understand that they're not, but I feel like they are.
Has anybody on BookTube gifted you a soapbox yet?
No, but when I met Christina and I would go on rants, I would say, hang on. And I would mime getting out a soapbox and stepping up onto it. And then I would mime putting it back.
I feel like we need to make this happen on your birthday. Is just gifting you a Library of Alexandria soapbox.
So
All right, Mindolin, if you're still here,
Yes.
I'm volunteering you and your wife to make a Library of Alexandria merch soapbox.
Yeah.
Please make it
What
happen.
if,
Make it merch. Make it like limited edition or something.
No, it's
What if y'all
literally
just
just one
made
of
me
a kind, just for Alan.
and money just showed up at your doorstep? Like, not doing it for money. Like, money just appears like around your house. I am the best.
Do you have merch out there already?
So I don't push it. I have
Here's Redbubble.
I've got the Redbubble that has like my logo, but I don't have any of my like shtick.
Sayings.
Yeah. Hillary made me a Wummer graphic that I need to go put on stuff because I'm gonna wear a Wummer shirt because Wummer is my perhaps brilliance. Wasn't it, Christina?
Wummer?
Yes.
Hi, Christina.
Right.
Hi, Christina.
Hi,
Well,
Christina.
Did I not? Hey, did I not? I told them that when we were dating and I would rant about something, I'd be like, hold on, and I would mime getting out my soapbox.
Yes, this is true.
And put it back.
This is true. No, one time we were in the car and he was driving and he goes, Can you get me my soapbox? It's in the back seat. You don't mind getting it out for him.
I did do that because I had very important things to say.
Anyway, I was letting you know I was gonna go out there. If you want to come later.
Oh yeah, I'm relocating, so I'm coming. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for acknowledging the brilliance that is Tori, how would you like to be on Jeopardy?
It's a trap.
About frickin' time you asked.
I'm so sorry. I forget.
I thought you were gonna say about freaking time, you ass, and I'm like, whoa,
No.
whoa.
No.
You should hold it.
I sent Alan a note, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago saying, Alan, please put me in Jeopardy. Please put me in Jeopardy. I want to be in Jeopardy.
Okay.
And you were like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yeah, I do, but I actually do.
That's so mean.
I know.
Okay.
You were really mean about it.
The destroyer of
I don't mean
dreams.
to be.
I
So
know.
I always have to tell people, like, people think they're annoying me if they like prod me because I said I was going to do something, and they're like,
I've learned that since then.
you have to keep prodding me.
Yeah.
Like I did.
But it's so much more satisfying when you ask
Like,
me.
when it comes to me, Evie.
Yeah.
She's like, what's going on?
You haven't been on Jeopardy since like the first 3 episodes.
No, I was in chat. You know, the champion of champion.
No, you were
I've
in.
been writing down possible gifts just from this live stream. So.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
All right, Tori, I'm writing you down. You're gonna be on it with Michael, because after the Grimoire people, Mindolin is gonna be on because he wanted to be on. So it's gonna be Mindolin and you. And then
I'll get my
find a third.
redemption someday.
I'll then find a third. Yes, Andrew.
That was a good
terrified.
episode.
That was
That was a good episode.
what,
That was a
Tori?
really funny episode. I said I'm terrified, but I totally want to do it.
Yes, you definitely should. Hold on.
I
I'm
fully leaned into like just playing mind games with Kate on my episode, and it worked. And then Ben just didn't answer any questions in the last round and came in second, and that was his strategy of just.
Ah, I don't know if I like that idea, Chiago. I don't know if I like that idea.
Ooh, I
Chiago,
don't know.
Chiago wants to go at it. Chiago, do you
He's-
read enough?
If
He
he
says, "Let me
beats
battle
me,
Tori."
Chiago's
I
always
will
like-
never hear the end
He's
of it.
always like,
Alan.
I'm not reading, I'm working. Like Chiago's like Chiago's such a workhorse. He's never reading. Chiago. All right.
Sharon, that is Theo,
RJ and Alex.
Alex, and RJ.
See, Chiago. I think I asked Chiago before, and he's like, I don't read enough.
Yeah, but now I'm on it, so now he's feeling competitive.
Chiago, just go in the
Now he's
go in
talking
the
himself
comments.
into a corner. He's like
Just go in the
stepping up
comments and
onto
tell
the
her how bad
soapbox
she is.
and
That's all
starting to
you're doing.
yell, "I can do this!" And then he's gonna be on camera and he's gonna be like, "I have regrets."
He has a
what's gonna-
false sense of security and confidence right now.
What's
I'm
gonna
gonna tell you
happen
what.
Is
It is the
Michael is going to
easiest
clean
thing to
our
sit-
clocks.
Charmaine.
It's true.
It is the easiest thing on Jeopardy to be like, I know these answers. And then the minute Alan is on camera being like, and this, perhaps you're like, I don't know. I ain't got any clue. I don't know.
Ben from Genghis Khan is the only one who apparently brain works exactly like mine because he tore up perhaps. And I was like, Ben, stop getting them right. It's not fun. Like, it's only fun if they're terrible. Here's the thing. You don't actually have to read. This is what I keep trying to explain to people. You don't have to read anything. You just have to watch a lot of BookTube and like be familiar with books coming out.
After
and books
watching
big.
Like
that's the pro tips.
After watching a ton of episodes, I actually have a list of things that I'm going to pre-study for Jeopardy.
It did not help Hillary. Well, actually, no. Hillary said she got like 2 questions right because she studied.
Make sure you have the first book in the Shadow Campaigns.
The 1,000 names that no one
Yeah.
gets every time. Yeah. Derry made me a database of questions and like bless Derry. So now I know exactly what I've asked and what categories I've used, and it's amazing because I was like, because I think something, I'd write it down. I'd be like, wait a minute, I used that question. How did I think of the same question?
Yeah. So the funny thing was about that is myself and some other people were working on Pete and some other people were working on a database. And then apparently separately, Derry was working on a database as well. It's like, dang it!
That's awesome. I asked the same question.
You married it to
the same book 3 separate times. And I forget what it was, but anyway. So, all right, Tori, you'll be on it with Mindlin, and I'll find a third one.
I'm gonna regret it, but I'm very excited.
It's fun. Regardless of what happens, but it's fun.
Y'all bully Joanna into coming on that dang show. She won't do it.
Come on, Joanna.
Joanna, do it with me.
Joanna, Philip and Jimmy have both done it. Doesn't that make you want to do it?
I'm not going to.
Apparently, we're excluding Thiago.
Oh, Thiago, I thought you said you didn't read. You literally just said I didn't read enough. All right, Thiago. All right, I'll put Thiago on it then.
All right, Thiago. It is now time.
I might have a chance.
The best thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to bully Joanna into being on a live show if she's nervous.
The best thing is when Thiago is going to miss. He's going to miss his own.
Yes, you can. You can bully anybody.
Thiago's going to miss.
And Joanna is one I refuse to bully.
It's going to be great.
Just like Hillary twice.
3 times.
She missed all 3?
I think so, because she missed
pathetic.
Voice of Voices of War.
Missed Voice of War,
Stones of Light, and Bonds of Chaos.
Bonds of Chaos was another stroke of
the hysterical thing is like not even 5 minutes before that question. Like she was like, you use like Alan, if you use a Zach question, blah blah blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as you mention the thing about chaos, I'm like, oh god.
That's because it is hilarious.
Yeah.
To watch people miss their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. It's like you don't know anything about what your husband does, and I hope it caused dissension in their marriage. I don't. But
oh, Alan,
Zach got it.
Zach.
Oh,
Zach's good people though. He probably gave her some light ribbing about it though.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like I love Hillary. Joanna, Jimmy, and Philip have done it. Doesn't that mean you instantly have to do it? Like anytime Jimmy and Philip are doing something, aren't you required to be part of it?
Have you gotten AP on?
I don't forget.
No, AP. There's no way to have AP on. There's no way for me to have I can't. There's no time of day I can do it for Thiago is only like 2 hours ahead of me, 3 hours ahead of me, like that. It's really hard to do when I have people from various parts of the world at the same time. It's almost impossible to find a time that works.
Thiago doesn't sleep though, so.
But isn't AP in Ireland? He's only 6 hours ahead, so you could do 2 p.m.
Oh, that's true. And I realized that so's RJ. RJ's in flipping Ireland too.
Yeah, so there you go, 2 p.m.
in Canada, and Alex is in. Oh, what have I done?
You'll make it work.
Evie, you're not responding to Charmaine.
What? I did. No, I did.
Okay, good. It's very.
I did this.
It's very important that you hashtag never forget.
I clicked on this and I was like, I haven't forgotten.
Okay.
I have never read Frankenstein. Still,
It's Franken mid. Mediocre. Franken mid.
Franken mid. So if anything sucks, you can just add mid in the middle of it, and it immediately becomes mid.
Midgun.
Midgun. That sounds too close to Midgard, though.
Midgun.
The King of
Alexander
Mid.
Alexander
The
Mid.
Count of Mid Christo. John Carter of Mid.
Age of
Oh,
Mid.
it does work. A Clash of Mid. A Kingdom of Mid.
Soldiers Mid.
Hellbound or Hellborn Mid.
Andrew.
Steal the Mid. Okay.
Andrew, you can't do it with everything.
You can.
You
No.
can apparently.
No.
Apparently you can.
You
Andrew,
have to be
crown of-
intentional, Andrew.
Andrew,
Huh?
you're robbing it of its power.
I know. I'm doing the whole split the pants SpongeBob deal because I
Stop.
watched it yesterday.
What?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So one of the early SpongeBob episodes, SpongeBob splits his pants at the beach, and then when people laugh at it, he proceeds to spend the entire rest of the episode constantly splitting his pants.
Andrew, did you just give us an unsolicited SpongeBob episode summary?
No,
it wasn't
Evie said what?
unsolicited. I was like, what?
Oh, I was gonna
No,
say
I was responding to Evie.
I was gonna say that's actually illegal in like 13 states or something.
I want to see that legislation. You pull up the bill,
Okay.
or the bills, I should say, if there's 13, and I will pay the fine. I will.
He's
I'll pay the
writing
fine.
it down.
No, I'm not. This is something different.
Sure it is.
All right. Well, it is 10 o'clock, and unfortunately, I have to work tomorrow. So
I do as well. We got 2 sprints in, and then the rest was horsing around.
that's fine.
It's fine.
Typical.
I plan on doing more of these, hopefully. So I just sit around and let kids use me as a jungle gym for 90% of my life. So I figure I can do these a little more often. That said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the sprints / whatever this turned into.
Oh, I just found it. Actually, I just found it here.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yeah, if you can see.
Oh, has that been notarized?
Statute
You
number
it's
4.
actually in.
.02c.c. It
Uh-huh.
yay, incorrect form of the word yay. Someone is excited about writing this bill. It yay shall be illegal to give unsolicited summaries of SpongeBob episodes to be punished by no less than 2 years in prison.
I think that's fake news.
I mean, you can think what you want. I didn't make it up.
It's in a spiral-bound notebook. So
No.
hashtag
No.
Alan is fake news.
Look, do you not see this?
I see it. I see it. It looks very official. It looks like it was notarized
Do you not see
by
it?
at least
This is Book of Laws.
the county wino.
Book of Laws. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it's official. It's got like coffee stains on it.
It
so.
says
Yeah.
Book of Laws on it. That's not coffee stains. That's aged parchment.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
aged parchment in the spiral-bound metal.
Yes, I got
From-
this from the Library of Congress off of microfiche.
There you go. There you
Walmart,
go.
The Library of
Using
Walmart.
legal pad to beat law.
I copied it from microfiche from
did you?
Legal Pad.
Well, you'll have to come catch me, Copper.
It's
Um,
not. It wasn't unsolicited, so
Oh,
it's irrelevant.
okay.
What am I even talking
You
about?
you
Anyway,
dodge the clinker.
I
this
dodged
time.
the 2 years in prison.
so, sorry for being.
All right,
lost.
guys.
So I'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast. Thank you, guys.